Hey, what's up? Welcome to the AV Club podcast. I want to try out some new music this week, so let me know what you think and enjoy the episode. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the show. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited that you're here listening. Today's episode is going to be about taking action. Why have I not done it sooner? Why am I just not feeling like I need to do it more intensely, more intentionally? And how I'm going to start, what my plan is, what my goals are for this year, or maybe, I don't know. Anyways, so first and foremost, I feel like I haven't been going as hard as I can in the direction that I want to go. Every time I get some success, and I think this is just how humans are, right? We always want more. Every time I get a little bit of success and then it stays a little stagnant, I'm wanting and needing some more of whatever it was that I had. Some success. I don't know what that was. More success, more jobs, more XYZ. More. That's just kind of how we are as humans. And I've come to some conclusions over the past couple of days, thinking about what I was going to do this episode on. I had a really good call with my buddy, Jesse Valdez. Shout out to Jesse. We talked, I think it was actually on the 4th of July. Maybe it was on the Sunday before. I'm not sure. But Jesse, thanks for your service, man. I didn't tell you that. Yeah, you're an idiot still, but thanks for your service, dude. Love you. We had a great conversation about taking action, trying to generate, what's it called? Passive revenue, passive income, where you work hard and you make your money work for you and you make your opportunities work for you, right? And so that you're not always working an hourly job to gain money or wealth, and you have assets that work for your company, your business, your brand, XYZ. So that got me on the topic of why I haven't taken more action in that direction, how I can, and what I need to do. But first, in order to do that, you really need to address the obstacles that are in your way. They always say the first step into taking action in order to recognize that you have a problem, right? So my issue is, for me personally, this is what I think the issue is. Earlier in this whole year has been pivotal for me. It's been a really important and a really good year for me. And we're only a little bit over halfway through. It's because my faith has been intact. It's been my priority in my life. My relationship with my wife has never been better. It's just been a really good year for me. Overall, there's been growth. There's been work success, financial success, because anything over zero is financial success. And the Lord has blessed me tremendously this year already. Where the issue lies is when I rely on myself and I start to put God to the side, right? I start to think to myself, dang, I made it this far. Why can't I go a little further? And then it's at these points in my life when I realize, oh, crap, I definitely wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for my faith and the people that I surround myself with, the community that I'm in, every week, every day. And so whenever I start to rely on myself and not the community or not God, especially God, personally, that's when I feel like everything kind of starts to not feel like it could be going as well as it should be. And as humans, we're always wanting more. And I think that's kind of what I'm feeling right now, feeling a little stagnant. Not that I haven't stopped trying to work or stopped trying to get work, but I just feel like something's changed, and it's definitely not God, so it's got to be me. And so there's always a small shift, there's a shift. It might not be negative, but it's definitely not positive whenever I'm focused on myself or I think the world revolves around me. And so this is something that I've tried to address recently, and it's tough because sometimes you get in these moods or these zones where you're like, dang, I'm doing good. I'm killing it. Me. And then you forget, like, oh God, you're actually the main reason. Duh, right? And then you realize, oh, I need to bring that back into my life. And then all of a sudden, for me, it's a battle of like, oh my gosh, are you wanting this? Because are you trying to bring God or the community back into your life so that you could succeed? Or do you just need them and then the success is a byproduct? Because that's how it works. And if you put them in your life for the result of success on your end, to me, that's not how it works. Anyways, whenever God is my main focus, and I'm not selfish in my actions or my thoughts or my deeds, it's generally improved my life for the better in all aspects, relationally, spiritually, obviously, and business-wise, financially. And that's something personally that I need to shift to find success. I don't know what that is for you. I believe it's the same for everybody. You might not believe that, but that's been crucial for me, and it's been super successful for me in the past, especially this year. So I think another reason is because partially my goals are scary, right? Whenever it comes to stepping out of your comfort zone or doing things that you feel like you might get judged for or take a lot of backlash for, or people tell you don't do it, or why are you doing that, or they diminish those goals and those dreams. That's kind of a fear, right? You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to be made to feel stupid or dumb because you want to try something. So I don't feel like people try to make me feel stupid or dumb. I feel like when I try to do something like a podcast or start a YouTube channel or whatever it is, I feel like I have a certain amount of people, a very select few of people that actually believe in me. And then the rest are just like, cool, man, do whatever you got to do, which is cool. That's fine. I don't care too much for that. But I think it's the overwhelming thought of like, your thoughts are probably way worse than what anybody else says or tells you, right? And so that's been one thing for me too. I think my dreams and my goals are kind of like putting me out there, putting me in the public, whatever that means, on the internet. And I think that's a little bit why I haven't gone as hard as I would like or want. And so I feel like that's the same thing with a lot of people. I feel like fear holds most people back, whether that's from being a coach, starting a podcast, starting a business. For me, one of my big goals and one of my big aspirations is to be, I don't know if it's to be a stand-up comedian or write comedy sketches or make comedy sketches or be in them or film them or whatever the case may be. I like to make people laugh. If you know me, if you have known me, I'm sort of a goofball, and I'll pull on your chain a little bit. But I love it. I love to make people laugh. Laughter is one of those emotions that I think I can impact the world with, and I want to. And so I've been terrified to do it because it takes bravery, it takes guts to get on a stage or get on a platform and try to make people laugh, because you're not going to make everybody laugh, but some people will inevitably laugh. But it's just, I heard somebody say slapping or punching fear in the face and doing it anyways, which I've done a decent job with, very mediocre job with doing that in some aspects, like starting a podcast, doing these solo episodes. I hate doing these solo episodes. I'm talking to myself in this room right now because I didn't approach a guest, or I did, but it's too late. So it'll have to be when I get back from my trip. But there's just so much time in the day, and we always feel like we don't have enough, or I always feel like I don't have enough time in the day. But that's not even true. There's plenty of time. People, think about this. Put this in perspective. This is in a book I'm reading. There's so much time in the day. The president of the United States, typically, I'm not sure about this current one, but they have enough time to do literally like some of the biggest tasks or decision making in the world, plus tend to their families, travel the world, go to different like meetings, and the president has the same amount of time as we do. Each and everybody on this earth, right? We all have the same amount of time. People like The Rock. These are extreme examples, but people like The Rock. Think about that, dude. He works out in the morning, at least whenever he's in movie mode, training for movies. Works out in the morning, goes and shoots all day, does press, maybe spends time with his family, I don't know. And then he works out again. And, I mean, he's got the same amount of time in the day that we do. So that is encouraging and also annoying because, like, how do you work that much and only have X amount of hours? But it's mainly excuses, right? There's plenty of time to make excuses. There's hardly enough time to do the stuff you want to do, right? That's what everybody says, but it's not true. I'm trying to learn that. It's hard. Today was one of those weird days for me where I was like, heck yeah, I got up early, didn't even use my alarm, went for a run. And by the time I got home, I was so distracted. I was on my phone for a little bit, and I was like, holy crap, it's already like 10:30. It's not. I tried to be in the office by 9 working, like 9 at the latest. Anyways, it's wild, man. Passive income is something that I'm striving for. That's one of my big goals. Through the channels of the internet, through the channels of YouTube, social media, and this podcast, I hope to encourage people, educate people, specifically on camera stuff so that they can help their business grow, help their brand grow, be better hobbyists, take better photos just for memories, all that kinds of stuff. I want to help people. I want to impact people in that way because it's impacted my life so drastically, and I know how to do it. So why would I not share that skill with the world? You know, not only by making videos and taking photos, but sharing that knowledge on how to do it so others can do it too. So I'm starting a new YouTube channel. It's not a new one. It's going to be the same one my podcast is hosted on, but it'll be based around camera, introductory stuff, how to use your camera, what settings to use for what situations, how to take photos, how to take video. Sometimes I'll do phone ones too, but I'm also going to sprinkle in there some of my other passions and hobbies and like fitness. Like if there's something that I'm really passionate about, a product that I take or a workout that I do, or if I get shredded, because that's always my goal is to get shredded, I'll share that because it's awesome. I don't want to be limited to just one thing, and then obviously comedy. I want to do sketch comedy. I want to do stand-up comedy. There's a lot of things I want to do in this life. I want to travel. We're traveling next week. We're going to go to the Bahamas on a little cruise for our honeymoon, which will be really dope. I'm excited for that. I can taste these dreams. They're so close. Like I'm so close to like scratching the surface. Oh man, that's annoying. I'm so close to scratching the surface on all these dreams and goals that I can taste it. And I'm pumped because this is going to be the difference in whenever the time comes to have a family and children. It's going to be the difference in spending a lot of time with them or spending a little bit of time with them, having to manipulate my own schedule around to ask for days off or create the schedule I want and take as many days off or not as I want. That's success for me. And I have a lot of influences that I listen to. And they all have this similar like situation where they're their own boss. They can control their schedules. They really have financial freedom. And I personally, I don't care if it's millions. I don't care if it's hundreds. I don't care if it's hundreds of thousands. I just want to be able to not have to worry about financial aspects of anything. And just like I'm sure everybody would want that, but I want to do it on my own terms with Lord willing, you know. If it's what the Lord has for me in store, then I'm gonna try to reach out for it and take it. But I guess this is just an encouragement thing today. Stop being complacent. Plan and then perform. Pull the trigger. Take the first step. You're gonna fall. You're gonna look like a fool. You're gonna be the idiot. You're gonna be the clown, but only for a little bit if you keep up with it, and then that consistency will compound. Your hard work will pay off. These are all big trigger words that I hear from influencers and people on YouTube and social media. So I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm rambling now. And I really like the intro song. I don't know if you guys did, but I'm going to keep it for a little bit until I find another one. And hopefully I'm having a guest on. Not this coming up week. I will be missing this coming up week, but the following week, hoping to have a really cool guest on to talk about a new project I actually worked on with him and how it's impacted their company and how you can help as well as a viewer and a customer, I guess. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Check out my YouTube channel. It's called Aaron Villa, literally just my name. Look up Aaron Villa. If you can't find it, then look up the AV Club or look up AV Productions. It's going to be one of those, but Aaron Villa should work. And my picture's on it everywhere. And it's going to be legit. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.